Design comes last. That's an uncomfortable truth for any designer who wants websites to look beautiful. Prior to branching out on my own, I worked at various software companies in and around Cambridge and started designing websites in 1999. Back then, we only built sites in HTML. CSS was only just becoming utilised. Jakob Nielsen was the king of usability, and Netscape was our browser of choice. My software background explains why I strongly believe that design should come last when thinking about building a new website. I'm going to walk through 10 steps that I believe are a strong process for designing a website. The first step is to think about who your site is for. This is the most important aspect of building a site. List your key stakeholders. Most small business websites would have prospective customers, existing customers, other businesses, and the general public, especially if you produce a blog. A school's website would have prospective parents, existing parents, teachers, governors, and the students themselves. Plan your site for these key stakeholders and think about what will be useful to them. The next step is to do your research. This is multifaceted and includes looking at competitors in your field, your ideal clients, and which platform you want to build your site with. There are many to choose from: WordPress, Squarespace, Joomla, Wix, or even coding it from the ground up in HTML and PHP. Some people can be a bit snobby about platforms. I'd say build it on whichever one suits your business needs now. Each has its own relative advantages and disadvantages. Finally, look at design trends for inspiration. Look on Dribbble, Behance, and other design sites. Using the research results, plan your site. Map the buyer journey through the site. There may be different paths through the site for different stakeholders. I use different colour post-it notes to map this process out. Plan the rough site structure and test it with the post-it notes, or use a spreadsheet, whatever works for you. Ideally, wireframe the page layouts. Think about what you want a prospect to do, in what order, finalising with a call to action. Don't make me think. This is a quote from the well-known usability book by Steve Krug of the same title. In usability terms, it just means keep things simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Use clear navigation and common labels such as about, contact, etc. Have clear call to actions. What do you want them to do next? Usability covers everything that makes it easy for a user to achieve their goal. Don't put anything in the way of that. There's no need to use fancy web effects unless they significantly enhance your message and don't confuse the site visitor. The next step is to write the content. If it's for prospective clients, write the content as if talking to your ideal client. As a very rough and ready buyer persona, picture one of your favourite clients to help the text flow. Talk to your customers' pain points. Specify what you can do that can help relieve that pain. Keep it really simple. Use short sentences. Have clear messaging. Think about your tone of voice and avoid jargon and acronyms. There's no need to sound clever, which comes back to Steve Krug's Don't Make Me Think. Use Grammarly to double-check grammar and sentence structure. And if writing isn't your strong point, use a professional copywriter. They will enhance your brand's tone of voice. Testimonials are crucial to add validity to your offering. They should include what problem you solved for them and also include their job title, company, and photo. If these align with your ideal client's attributes, they will resonate more closely with what the testimonial provider says. This in turn will help them connect with you because we like to connect with people like us. Put your testimonials near your call to actions because this can help convert an unsure prospect. The next step is to add your portfolio. Portfolio is a loose term here. What I'm referring to are examples of work. These might be case studies, photos, videos, or even screenshots of your work. Don't include everything in the portfolio, just those projects by clients similar to those you want more of. Choose 3 to 6 favourites to show, and if it's a design-based site, make it really striking. All the previous steps are the most important aspects of getting your brand online. Only now should you consider your visual brand, which is your logo, colours, imagery and typography. Be consistent with how you use these across the site. Ideally use your own images because these will be unique to you. If you do use stock images, choose a theme to enhance your brand message. That theme could be colour, angle, or the type of pose. For example, with one of my clients, we wanted to articulate the message of a personal touch, so used photographs that were close-ups of hands doing different types of work, and those areas of work were industry their clients specialise in. One of the things we're seeing more frequently now we have access to hundreds of web fonts is people using interesting fonts online. If you're going to do this, make sure it's legible across multiple screen sizes, not too faint, too small, or hard to read. Good design should almost be invisible, i.e. enhance your message and not detract from it. Just because we can do something doesn't mean we should. The next step is to build the site on your chosen platform. If the planning and content phases have been carried out thoroughly, this should be straightforward. Start building the site and checking it works on mobile first. Don't leave this till last. Revisit your usability criteria frequently. Throughout the build, test, test, and test. Test for colour contrast, for readability, mobile responsiveness across different screen sizes, and flow through the site. Make it really easy to contact you, especially on mobile screens. Include interactive phone and email links so someone can call directly from the site. Before you go live, carry out some simple usability tests with people who haven't seen the site previously. Once the site is live, update it regularly. Add new projects in the portfolio, write new blog posts, keep it fresh. This is good for Google and other search engines. It's also good for repurposing that content on social media and providing links back to your site. And revisit this 10-step list periodically. As a bonus tip, I'd hugely recommend collaborating with other specialisms. This could make your site even better. If you're not a natural copywriter, use a professional. They will help keep your messaging clear. You could include engaging animation or an explainer video. Making this investment will pay off because prospects will see you take your own brand seriously. It also helps you tap into your network and collaborate with people whose skills enhance yours. With those strategic partnerships, you could pitch for bigger projects and grow your business.